Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back, yeah, get back. Fall like yellow on leaves. Ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me. Blowing a coffee, is asleep. You weak, chic. The weather, look at the boots, fleet. Headache, got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay. Fall back, yeah, get back. Fall back, yeah, get back. A big, I know, so long as you get really so I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but like we go back, way back. Run it that we on track, but you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap, you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that. Lay back, in the back of the Maybach. Play that. You see J that, I be in the streets like a strip rat. I will never be with a ring, cause he ain't finna take half. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope, sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. You talk about this Jets defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a couple. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Here we go, sack. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Trap 60, trap 60.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run, Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
A 6-yard gain brings up third and goal.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Looking to put a drive together.
Get it!
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with third and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 1.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Jets at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Stretch the eagle, stretch the eagle. Ready.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. His 1st career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the 1st. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Again, it's Achane. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Third and 5. He'll look to throw. Complete to Washington. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Let's go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Back to throw again. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11. At the Jets' 11-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll try again from the 20 on second and 10.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11.
Brings up third down and 11.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate.
Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? I'm not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Up the middle, Achane. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes ran a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now 2nd and 3. In motion right here, Washington. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And brought down there by Taylor Rapp.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Crack all 80.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That third down conversion good for 23.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Deputy! Viking 18!
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! Buffalo 18!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, Wilson. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A give, running right, Achane. We'll get this up to about the 44. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. In motion, the tight end. They go play action here on 1st down. Man over the middle, and it's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of there where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They're going to look to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 85 yards. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jets 21, Dolphins 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14.
That's another Dolphins first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, It may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And the Dolphins, first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbound.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. So they got one of the two touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 31-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it.
Got it. Ready?
14 yards on the play. That's good for a Jets.
Here we go. Here we go.
Down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Back up and pass.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Jets, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.